Twin Brook Creamery in Linden is home to some of the finest chocolate milk in the state.
Happy.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you very kindly.
Larry Stapp and his family represent 5 generations of farmers in this area, and taking care of the land is more than a tradition, it's their purpose.
We are a family-owned and operated dairy that exists to glorify God through the stewardship of the land and the animals that He has entrusted to our care in the best way possible. That is our driving force about what we do. So my parents did a good job farming, but we do things a whole lot different and a whole lot better. And the next generation is even going to do it a whole lot different and a whole lot better.
One of those better practices on the dairy farm includes automatic milking parlors for their cows.
When we converted to these automated milkers, we got a 20% bump in milk production.
Wow.
It was just
Yeah.
blew our mind away. She walked in there completely on her own accord. Oh, she's getting a little bit of barley. So now she is just into her time of preparation. You'll watch a laser.
It's sanitized and washed.
You notice the laser light camera taking pictures of where the teat placement is?
Yeah.
Okay. So now while she's being milked, it's exactly weighing how many pounds she's producing. It's taking a sample of the butterfat content of her milk. It's taking a sample of the protein content of her milk. It's taking the temperature of her milk, because if a cow had a fever, you would know the temperature.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's doing all those things simultaneously.
Larry and his family invested in upright storage tanks with the help of the Whatcom Conservation District and Farm Bill funding. These tanks hold manure to prevent runoff into waterways.
So this is full of poo.
Yes.
Okay.
Nutrients.
Nutrients.
There you go.
The dairy also sits near Fish Trap Creek, which is a fish-bearing tributary of the Nooksack River. The family keeps their cows out of the creek and planted trees as a buffer to create shade for the creek.
I think dairies, especially here in Whatcom County, are one of the biggest champions of water quality.
Dr. Nicole Embertson is the Whatcom County Conservation District's Science and Planning Coordinator.
Manure gets a really bad rap as a pollutant, but it's also one of our most important soil amenders. It increases water infiltration so that we don't have runoff off the landscape.
Nicole says a few dairies in the area have been leaders in the conservation efforts, but there is still opportunity for improvement in the region.
We could see in the water quality improvement a huge downfall or reduction in fecal coliform entrance to the river, as dairies really did en masse great conservation movement towards reducing that. Then there was still some issues, and those were resolved when we started looking at other sources, septic, non-dairy livestock farms, dog poop for that instance, recognizing wildlife and when they're out there. So we've really been able to work collaboratively with all sorts of different sources to reduce everyone's impacting. And that is when we really saw a sustainable water quality improvement.
She says conservation practices among all community partners have helped improve water quality.
Larry, thank you so much
Oh,
for
my
the
pleasure.
tour and for this delicious chocolate milk.
My pleasure.
It's awesome.